Should we just get into the something scores? I don't want to
Yeah.
be spending the entire episode talking about it.
Let's get right
Before
into
we
it.
even get into it, Before we get into the girth of it. Are we doing
For a
are we
legendary
doing
quote.
all of Destiny 2 or all of Destiny as a
Destiny.
whole? Because I
Let's
don't
just do
think there's
all
going to be a
Destiny.
Destiny 3.
Do you know the
Um,
original Ghost voice on launch was Peter Dinklage?
Yes, we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
Literally
and
in a couple episodes ago, I think.
Yeah, and then he left, and it's Nolan North, who equally as good. They were both equally as good, surprisingly.
Peter Dinklage is the man
But-
for that.
Peter Dinklage got bullied off of it, though. People, refused
Which I don't
to...
understand, because
I don't, yeah, because it sounded good. Like, I heard the voice over for it, and he sounded fine. What the fuck?
like, the Ghost, yes, it's an important character, but it's also, like, doesn't need its own fucking super distinct voice. Like, Peter Dinklage did just fine. There was nothing wrong with his voice.
Yeah.
But, should we just do Destiny 2, since that's the one we've been playing? I don't know if you guys even
I
remember
assume
much
so.
about Destiny 1.
I do.
I remember a few things.
The fond memories of raids and the Vault of Glass.
Vault of,
I
Vault of the Past.
literally remember tripping on acid, playing with Ganon and Jesse, and I could not get through the mission that we were on. I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's not really an enhancement, like a sports enhancement drug. It's more like
No.
a sit and stare at the wall kind of
No,
drug.
I definitely thought Destiny would be like one of those games
Yeah.
that like it kind of feels like a trip in itself in
Yeah.
some parts, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be even crazier. But Destiny is a very like focus heavy game. You really need to pay attention. I couldn't do that.
That's why I love playing while I'm high, because I'll just, like, focus in. And that's why I'm just straight murdering shit.
Dude.
because-
Some
You
would
leading-
say lock in. Sorry.
You leading us through that mission yesterday, Adrian?
I was gonna say, the
was
Vault of Glass.
nuts.
The Vault of Glass is why with Destiny I have such good memory with dungeons or raids. Like if I run through it once, I know what I'm gonna need to do again. Like
Or
I can do
the
it 100
Crota raid
times.
also.
after.
You remember the Crota raid? Where you jump in through that hole, and it's like
Yeah.
the longest fall, and it's like pitch black except for like this middle gazebo, and there's just water everywhere. But then you could just like hear the footsteps of all the thrall
Mhm.
running in, and it's just like,
Good times.
Iconic.
yeah. I should have put Destiny in my top. I don't know why I didn't put it in my top 5. Because
Well,
honestly,
it's been
looking
kind of
back,
on the back burner. Yeah.
yeah, but it's just like in the back of my mind, though, is really probably the one campaign I have honestly never fully given up on. Like, you know what I mean? I played Destiny since I was legit a boy. And now I'm a man. The man.
Oh man.
The man.
Well, I have a score, and I'm ready to dive in. If you want me to go first.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Take it. Take it away.
I don't think you guys are ready for the score. 10 out of 10 Destiny 2.
Really?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, so the 10 out of 10?
Two 10 out of 10s. No, I guess it wasn't going to be back to back. We did fucking Hypercharge and that. Damn it. And Chainsaw Man. We reviewed Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
If you want those reviews, check back to other episodes. Sorry.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Destiny 2. I remember when I first bought it. I remember looking at the reviews of the game before I bought it. It was at a 2-star rating. I was like, what the fuck is up with people, you know? Played it. I played the very first, the campaign that it launched with. I was obsessed with the big thing about Destiny 1 going into Destiny 2. Destiny 1 claimed it never had a story until, the Taken King. Destiny 2 kicked off with a amazing, engaging story. And then the Red War, and then it just kept going. I will say the microtransactions, the direction that it took as the game wasn't great, but I think it was a necessity for the company to make what they needed to make. I think a lot of it had to do with Activision. I don't blame Bungie 100%, but they are obviously still to blame. But I don't think that in itself is enough to knock it down any scores. I felt like every DLC expansion that came out, it added quality of life, just amazing gameplay with every single one, that it was worth the money that you wanted to spend on it. I mean, I took a break. I didn't play the last two DLCs, and I came back and I spent like what, $3 on them. Not bad. But yeah, I think aesthetics overall, like, do it for me. Destiny aesthetic is just 10 out of 10 in itself. I fucking love it. I love all the different classes. I truly think they were like the first like looter shooter that everybody tried to replicate and couldn't get it right. We saw Anthem was trying to be a response to Destiny. It failed flat on its face. And I think honestly after that they stopped trying.
Borderlands is the best looter shooter, though. Throw that in.
I would agree. I would agree. Actually, I would take it back.
I love it.
But Destiny, I think, just the aesthetic, how everything is tied in. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Destiny shaped the way I want every single game to function as. You have a first-person element, you have a third-person element, you have how every single thing in the world is tied into the story and into the world. Like, Crucible is how you play PvE, or PvP. But it just has, like, it's not like team deathmatch. It's Crucible. That sounds fucking hard. If you want a PvE to PvP, like, game mode, Gambit. What the fuck? Like, what is that? It's not just some generic sounding like Rumble, you know? It's like, it's cool, and it ties in, and there's like a cutscene before you get some of the story. All the characters are amazing, even though, like, I would say some quest design elements are not great. For some of them are repetitive, but I think Destiny is one of those games that can just kind of be like a mindless repeat, and you can still get new things every time you experience that. Kind of like Remnant 2, where you could play the same mission over again. You may find something
Fun
new.
game. It was a fun game. We don't play it, but it was a fun game.
I hopped on it a couple weeks ago when no one was on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for funsies. I was just like, I just wanted to go kill the British guys again.
Yeah. You just got to take your anger out. You were just like, dude, these fucking UK fucks, like, kill the stranger!
Yeah, I had to go back and find them, spin it back.
Spin a
You
block.
never make friends that way.
But yeah, I mean, like, the raids in Destiny, fantastic. Dungeons, fantastic. They're definitely, like, one of the best things about Destiny, and that's just, like, a small percentage of the game. That's it. I mean, 10 out of 10 for me. I will pass it on to somebody else.
I will go. I'll give my score at the end. I'll start off with my gripes, I guess, which really aren't the worst things. Like, it's clearly a lot more difficult, the game, which I don't really hate. It does make it a little more difficult to maybe run it solo. Maybe for some people. I don't think I actually will have that problem running it solo. But then again, it's not that much of a problem for me because I've kind of transitioned in the way I've played Destiny. Like, for a while, I played Destiny by myself. Like, when I played Destiny 1, I did that all by myself. I only had one friend to do the raid with. I had to go looking for groups and stuff on these forums online. Like,
Should have invited me.
I didn't have anyone. It was high school. So, like, I didn't have anybody to play with, and that Destiny was great. And Destiny 2, when it first dropped, was great because I was still kind of in that era of playing Destiny by myself, so doing the campaign solo was never a problem. Things are a lot more difficult, clearly. It does make it suck in some instances, like we were talking that mission we did yesterday, where it's like we're on a tiny floating like asteroid platform. We only can jump onto a much smaller asteroid, and that's it. And like the enemy we're fighting has all the capabilities to just get to us, stop us, shoot us off, and keep killing us. And even with like some normal enemies, like I shouldn't be expending like 7 full fucking magazines just to kill one enemy. Like, it's why. But some of the like there are some things that are kind of like very vague, which yeah, it's cool to figure it out, but like it's also just like some of sometimes it's like niche things to figure out, like finding this here and taking it here. Like, how do you even like notice these things? You have to like really look at small details to figure some of these things out. And then like the quests themselves aren't clear in the directions. So like when we did that, trying to do that exotic quest last night, we should have finished
super cool.
the dungeon. I didn't want to tell you guys that last night, but we were supposed to finish the dungeon.
I knew it. 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 I knew it.
But it doesn't.
I
It
should
didn't
have
say
said.
that.
I said, we should probably finish this. I don't know any Destiny missions where you can just be like, okay, I got to the final step. I'll just come back and finish it.
That was my. There were some quests like that in Destiny. That's why I thought like that. But yeah, we were supposed to finish the dungeon, which is okay. Again, Vault of Glass brain.
Is it okay?
I remember how to get through. I can get us through the puzzle quick. We don't have to do all the extra bullshit. All we had to do is get in there, kill, kill, kill. That's easy. Without doing all this extra shit, if we're all focused on killing, it gets a lot easier. But, yeah, sometimes it's not clear. Like, that last step didn't say finish the dungeon or the statue at the end of the dungeon. It just says bring it to the statue. Where the fuck is this statue? Yeah, maybe I should have known finish the dungeon, but should have been more clear. But,
It's kind of like Elden Ring, though. Like, the quests are... They don't spell it out for you. They're, like,
Chase.
all talking in metaphors, and
Mhm.
you just kind of have to look up a guide.
Chase, it's the dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
The one?
The one.
It's
The one that we
dungeon.
spent, like, the entire... Like, until, like, 5 in the morning trying to beat? No, yeah.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
But,
Reload. Bang, bang.
Also, another one of my gripes, this is just like performance issue. It's been getting really annoying. Like, there are people in the tower who still have like a blinking icon telling me I have something with them, and I don't. I don't have anything with that person.
You
And
scroll
like, there's
right.
no way to clear it. I've
You
scrolled
scroll-
right. I've looked at everything, and it just doesn't
Same,
go away.
yeah. Same thing happens to me, and I'm just like, whatever.
The Drifter, Akora.
Well, maybe he just wants to talk to you. Everything like that. Maybe he is lonely, just sitting
Maybe I
there
don't want to
saying,
talk to him.
Hey, got you.
Sometimes loading in, you just like your character is invisible or your gun is invisible. Even trying to look at some stuff, like if I'm trying to take a look at like some of the ornaments, if I hit preview, it just doesn't preview or just disappears. It just doesn't show it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some just like performance things where it's like, fix that. But I will also say, Destiny was one of my favorite games. Like playing it, like I spent hours and hours just redoing the Vault of Glass, trying to get. If I saw somebody like in the tower and a forum or anything that had a higher level, light level than me, I was doing everything I could so I can have a higher light level. Like I was just trying to be like the best at Destiny for some reason, and I loved that. And it kind of went in a weird direction with some of the story in Destiny 2, like how it lost popularity and was trying to change shit up, and like still trying to figure out all what's going on with this entire story in Destiny 2. But like I said, the way I play Destiny is different, so I don't mind that doing this campaign I have to do it with you guys, because like I can't do it alone, because like we're
Especially on
always on the
Legendary.
games, especially on Legendary. That shit is hard.
But I feel like it's going to be so worth it when we get that exotic. Because I saw this guy posted that he got the final shape exotic. So he went through all of the final shape on Legendary. He showed his Titan arms he got from that. Brother, they are sick. Dude, it's like it has like individual moving cogs in the armor like just
That's
like
sick.
that moves, and
Is
you
that
see
the
it.
class exotic?
I don't think so because there's also the exotic. I don't know if it's from the final shape. I don't know exactly, but I saw. So there's Titans that have this axe. Have you seen this?
It's like
Yes. One of the
their new
guides I was watching.
subclass thing.
Yeah, I was watching a
Hmm.
guide last night, and the dude was like
Brother.
throwing it at yellow bar enemies and was just shoot. The health bar was
Yeah.
just shoot. I was like, what
Get
the fuck?
this. Get this. I was doing a mission on Europa. Random dude pulls up, throws one just down on the ground. It was floating there. Brother, you can pick one up and throw it. Your teammates can use that axe.
That's crazy.
Bro, what?
Yeah, I saw it because I
That's
was
crazy.
playing around with my Titan, and I saw that there was a subclass option for the solar, and I couldn't pick it. I was like, oh, I have to unlock this somehow. Like, where
It
do
was
I go
void.
to unlock it? Oh, mine was on solar, and it was it was a separate axe. Oh no, it was void. It was void. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. You're right. You're right.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I know that the solar for the Titan has like the dual hammers,
Yeah.
which that's a fun class. But yeah, dude, the axe thing and the fact that your teammates can use it as well, nuts. That's
that's
nuts.
crazy.
That
And
is
that's one of
That's
the things I
so
love
cool.
about Destiny. Like these abilities are they are diverse. Like what I'm running right now, like I throw down my healing rifts. They have a shockwave. I get the arc soul from them. If we're in like a heavy populated enemy area, which is with legendary a lot, my rift builds up faster. So I'm constantly throwing out rifts. Like I'm constantly throwing out heals, giving us arc souls. But I'm also just straight murdering shit. Like I won't be humble about that. Like if we look at the kills at the end of anything we do,
Honestly, bro was killing it in competitive. It was insane. Adrian would go out there and just team wipe. I'm like, okay, I'll just support you then. And I thought I
Yeah.
was decent, but then I saw Adrian
I've
play. I'm
played
like,
so
okay,
much Crucible in Destiny. Like I played
yeah.
so much of every activity in the first Destiny. Like
I will say, Crucible, Gambit.
Gambit is really fun.
Gambit's
Gambit's
fun, but I would prefer Crucible for some reason. I think
oh,
they're quicker and just
okay,
Yeah. Okay.
you fuck
Okay.
more.
dude.
Yeah.
Chase, start running
3v3s.
competitive. Start
We were
running competitive with
we
Adrian and
were
I.
running around.
I want to do trials so bad, dude. I want to.
Dude, it's so fun. Dude. I was gonna keep it a surprise. Adrian saw it. I got the Hood of the Exile,
Oh yeah, that
the
Sphinx.
Anubis helmet.
I, eh. That's another thing I like about Destiny. There's a
I
lot
had,
of like
I had the
customization.
wood
So
fight butt off. I got a whole team wipe in trials. That's how I got it. I
the
did
thing
a
is,
whole team wipe and kill it. I killed a
I've
whole team by
found
myself.
ornaments that I like. So I really all I care about is like finding the right traits. Like even with my helmet, I'm running really good gear. Most of my gear has 8 energy for putting traits and stuff, except for my helmet and my exotic armors. So like I'm still trying to find a helmet to like perfect my build. So like
I
I don't
will
really care
say
about the
the
drip.
versatility with the armor and stuff. Like I'm a
The
Titan
ornaments.
who doesn't
Hmm.
like fucking bulky ass arms. That's the my biggest gripe about Titans is that how bulky their
That's
arms
supposed to
are.
be that's the staple of a
I
Titan. It's supposed to
but
be
I don't like that. Preferably, if I could pick
shoot.
another class, I would pick Hunter. That was like my main one in Destiny One.
I've
But
always Warlock used.
I decided to be a team player because nobody else is a Hunter or a Titan. But I do fuck with Titan still. I'm not gonna lie. But
You could,
I appreciate that you can. There are Titan arms that don't have super bulky shit. That's awesome because now I can legitimately customize however I want. I can have
Superb
my character look
customization.
however I want.
The shaders, honestly, just the ability to just put different shaders on different pieces of armor and being able to kind of like combine these color customizations, honestly, is one of the best things I've liked about Destiny because you don't see many games that do that with separate, fast customization on different parts. Like you'll see some customization on different parts, but it's like very limited. Like there's a shit ton of shaders you can get, and you can just put those on any piece of armor. You can put it on your bond thing, like your cape or your bond, or I don't know what the Titans have for
there,
their
Mark.
Yeah, type
Yeah,
arc.
yeah. Like you can even change the color. Like it's just so great. But like, well, we're taking too much time.
Yeah.
I also give it a 10 because I just have so many good memories with it.
Woo!
I just have a lot of memories with it, and it's always been a game I can go back to.
Yeah.
Unlike Fortnite, where if I go back to it, I will have fun, but I'm like, it's Fortnite. With Destiny, like I'll get back into it, I'll get sucked into it, and I will get obsessed with it because I've always just really liked the game. It's been one of my favorite games for a long time, and I think the final shape is doing it some justice again, which is great.
I will say one more thing before Gannon gets into his thing. When a game makes the gameplay fun, it's a good game. A lot of games forget about that part. A lot of games forget about the whole gameplay thing. Destiny's gameplay, peak.
I
Get
will
a
say,
trials. Get a
I
trials.
will say one more thing. It's not a big gripe. This is just like a personal thing. I like the idea of like earning the titles, but I think being able to put your own custom title would be cooler.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not like colored or something. It's
Yeah.
like just white.
like I'd rather just like have next to my name like the Arc Tyrant because that's me. I use that lightning. Deadly, very deadly.
But I
Very
mean, I
savage.
guess lore-wise, I mean, if you're out and about, like as a traveler, as a light bearer, you kind of need to earn those titles. You're not going to be like, you're not going to see some weary traveler and be like, that's the Dragon Slayer right there. No. You
Well,
don't fucking
you know what?
slay no dragons.
Give me Arc related titles because I've gotten too many kills with Arc abilities. And
There are.
with Arc types. I haven't gotten a fucking single one, and I should get one by now.
Well, you
honestly.
just
forgot what-
look at the quest and like complete
That's my
them.
problem. I don't actually look through a lot of the quests. I have a
You
lot
can
of quests, and I've been
that's the
trying to get
greatest
through
thing.
them.
If it is the most like minuscule quest, you can track it. I love that. I love that.
I got to do more of that, but yeah, 10 out of 10. I love the game. I always
And-
will, no matter what.
And as my brother, the Arc Tyrant, was just talking about, I am the Lord of Flames. The great Faoma. I'm just gonna, because I feel like you guys really, I was throwing in my own interjections, but
Mhm.
I'm also gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I love Destiny 2. It is just a masterpiece. Like, Jesse and I were doing this legendary mission, and it was like hell. It was just like, and then we got to this part where it was like a little bit of a run up this mountain. It was like the first final shape. It was like the first part of the final shape. So I'm running up because I was trying to get this helmet. But then I was running up, and I just like looked over. I'm like, Jesse was like running up ahead, and I stopped because it's just like this beautiful mountain range, and then it's just like the sun, and then there's like little particles of like asteroids flying around, and then I was like, Jesse, look at this, dude. And he comes back, he's like, bro. And we just stood there, just looking at it. I'm like, this is art. He's like, brother, I agree. And then we went back and get one. I'm like, I want to feel like I'm an adventurer in an adventure game. I want to feel like I'm being thrown into a world of which I don't quite understand. And I want to make my own canon head. That's right. Taking Chase's words.
Head cannon.
Canon head.
No, give head to the cannon. Give
I
that
am,
cannon head.
I am canon man. I am
Give that cannon head.
Give that Ganon cannon some head.
That'd be nice. But yeah, dude. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love the aesthetic, gameplay. Dude, I was getting locked in on trials. Like, well, yeah, competitive. And that's another thing that, like, because I was playing with Connor, and we were doing decent, but we always had, like, a third that would just do nothing, right? Then, later on, Adrian joins, right?
Mhm.
And we just start owning. And then I was like talking to Connor. I was like, "This is what it's like to have a full squad." And competitive like this, you have to have the team
Communication.
composition. Yeah, communication and just pure team composition. Because like we would do call outs, and it's just like next thing you know. And I love the traversal in this game. I can like fly, but also with my build, I can do a fire dash. So either I could dash away or I could jump up over the wall, crack them dead, right?
And that's
You know,
actually that's one thing I've enjoyed too, because like with how we were playing last night, when it comes to like Crucible and competitive, like I'll fucking you saw me, I was just straight headshot beaming him, but I'm not really run at you, straight at you, like throw shit at you and kill you. Like I wait for them to come for me because I know as soon as you come around that corner, I'm locking into your head. Especially with that rifle I had, if I'm hitting you with two headshots, I'm taking out a lot of your health, and I know that's my role in the team composition. So I liked how like I'm doing that, and I'm seeing Connor like jumping over walls, and I see him getting a kill, and then like I see somebody pulling up here, and I'm seeing you do that like fire dash, and then there's a kill there, and I'm like, okay, cool. There's like these things I'm not doing in Destiny. I have teammates that are doing them, so like it just it was easy.
especially when I got that crimson, like, oh,
Yeah,
I like
I
the
gotta
one
get you
Adam.
that post rifle chase. We'll run you through that. That was another
Okay.
thing. Destiny and Borderlands are like the two games that have. I really have that feeling like I can walk people through things within
Dude.
this game. Like Elden Ring, I can't not walk through shit. Like I can't walk anyone through that. I don't have any confidence playing that game. I'm like I'm gonna fucking get killed. It's cool. I'll get killed. Fuck it. But like I'm gonna get killed. Destiny, it's like
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I can do. I know just looking when we're in the middle of fights, like what needs to be done. So I feel like I'm good with like walking people through things. Like if I can learn a raid, I can walk us through it.
That's another thing too. You brought up a good point. I like games that, and I'm sure the Destiny tryhards are gonna come for my throat. Destiny is a very balanced game. If you want to just relax and chill, walk through a story, play a simple,
Strike.
casual game of Strike or Crucible or Gambit, you can do that. If you want a challenge, you could do a Nightfall. You could do a
Dungeon.
raid. You could do a dungeon. You can do competitive Crucible or Gambit.
Just do the legendary mode of anything. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, it's so good that they have those options available to you.
Or just ride your sparrow around.
I do
Dude.
sometimes just go to random
Yeah.
planets. I'll just ride around and just do like public events, just
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah, public
Fuck it.
events are they have like the patrol missions, they have the lost
Bounties.
sectors. Like there's so much that you can do in the game that's not just like right in front of your face, but I also love the ease of being able to just jump into whatever. It's just like it's so cool. I will say again, the aesthetic. So perfect.
Yeah. I will say also too, the loot drop has been a lot better, honestly. I'm getting a lot of shit. Like, maybe it's because I have my build set, but like, I'm not getting a lot of shit. Well, I'm getting a lot of shit, but like only like half of it's really stuff that's like at my light level, at that item's light level that I want to like infuse it with, or a little lower. But I'm getting a lot of like maybe one or two higher light level, but like I feel like I climbed my height level or my light level up like 5, 6, 7 yesterday, just with all the shit we did. Like it just feels like the loot drop is a little better. I will say that, which is great because I love collecting exotics. I have a shit
Yep.
ton.
I will say Destiny is a collector's wet dream.
It's
I
so
think
nice.
that's why I like Borderlands 2. I have a shit ton of stuff in Borderlands 1, 2, 3. I didn't do much of the pre-sequel.
And I am a simp for character customization. Like,
I think
So
everyone
good.
is deep
Yeah.
down.
not deep down. There are people I see online that are like, get character customization out of games. Like, let me just control a rando who has this attached story that I don't care about. I want to be immersed. I want my
Yeah.
character to go through the rings of hell and come back unscathed and be like, yeah, I fucking did that.
I want people to see my warlock dripped in like this white silver with like that teal blue accent and just be like, he might be a serial killer to the Vex. I'm not gonna fuck with this guy because I am. I'm a serial killer to all
He
of them. in the
committed
game.
war crimes. Like, even like I know the Vex and the Cabal are like at our throats, but I mean this dude terrorize these people. I feel
Single
bad.
battle. A
You even
single battle. I had almost 500 kills. I am a madman. Somebody stop me.
That is true.
But I like that immersion. I do. It's great. I get into it. I lock in fucking super quick with that. And
Dude,
that's why you'll hear me complain a lot, because I'm just so like locked in. Like, ugh.
and I love the connectability of multiplayer. Like, say you're like in orbit, right? And then you get invited to a fire team. Next thing you know, you're flying towards the planet in your ship to go to where your buddy is. Love that.
Even
It's
that little
like-
minute detail of like going into strikes, crucible raids, dungeons, whatever you're doing, and going from outer space, and everybody's ship is flying into it. It's just like that's just a cool little detail. Like you didn't have to, but you did. I
Yeah.
like it.
I would like if they could bring in ship battles. That'd be fun.
I feel like it wouldn't be very balanced though.
It wouldn't be balanced,
It'd
but
be hard to balance.
yeah,
They
But-
should up the party size for like certain things like campaign and stuff. Like maybe just do 6. If you make it harder and do 6-player campaign, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
You got 6
That'd
player
be up.
raids, like just I might as
It's
well.
there.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking about the ship battle thing. Remember Battlefront 2, the original, where you fly your ship in to the bay, and then like you have to do a certain have like that like a PVE setting, so it doesn't have to worry about like this whole balancing. But you could fly in, right, and you're in your homies just destroying like a hive dreadnought or something, right? And there's like some artifact on there. Come in, land the ship. Yeah, dude, that'd be sweet.
I will say though, that would be cool, but there's already so much when you think about it. Like the game's
That's true.
a big ass game.
Bro.
Just adding in all that it would take up a lot of space, but it would also adding in a lot of assets would just bog everything, the servers, loading in all that extra shit. Especially if it's on an area where you can just go around patrol. That's loading in other people, loading all this stuff in, and then loading in the space battle. Like it's just
Yeah.
so much.
Well, I was thinking that because one of Bungie's other games, fan favorite, or my personal favorite, Halo Reach, had a cool ship battle section in one of the missions. I thought that was, I mean, and the Banshees, like flying around on a Banshee, that was so cool. I was just thinking like, oh, you know, maybe because they add in the Sparrow racing here and there, like they always add in those random events. Also,
Let me
another thing, they have cool events that are like the Olympics too, that they pin each of the classes against, and they're like, hey, compete in this fun tournament. That's
didn't know that.
That's cool. Yeah, they did. They do it
Let
every
me
year.
shoot my gun off my Sparrow. Let me whip it. Come by.
Give me weapon taunts. If I'm gonna be in first person for the most part, give me some weapon taunts. That'd be kind of cool. Let me do like a little spin with because I always use a lot of hand cannons. Let me do a little spin with my revolver or some shit. You know, that'd be kind of cool. But we talked a lot about this. 10 out of 10. It was 10.
10 out of 10. I'm so sorry, gaming community. 9.9 for Elden Ring. Whatever it was for Baldur's Gate. And we're going to give Destiny a 10 out of 10. You can take it or you can
If I
leave
could
it.
go back, I probably would change up my Elden Ring score. Maybe I was being too critical. But, you know.
Well, I ended up changing it anyways. It is a 10 out of 10. We rounded up. So.